What's going on, guys? It's King Homily here, bringing you my first F1 2012 gameplay. It's been a long time, and obviously if you follow my channel, you haven't seen much activity from me on the past 2 or 3 weeks. That's because I don't play F1 2011 anymore. I'm burnt out, so I was just waiting for this to come out. Now before I begin talking about what I want to talk about, I would just like to remind you guys that, remember, this is just the demo version. So I got on the game, you know, to see what's going on. I went on season challenge and I managed to get pole. Now the first thing I want to talk about is handling. The handling is not slightly different, but it's different from F1 2011. So some of you might struggle to begin with because you're not going to be familiar with how the cars handle, and you'll be able to see throughout this gameplay that I was very tentative, and that I wasn't sure when to turn in, or you know, when to brake, when to just coast into corners, because it's very different, and I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or bad thing. I'm open-minded and I'm quite willing, you know, to give this game a chance. It's not the full version, and you know, I haven't spent 60 or 50, 40 pounds on this game, or $40 if you're American. So I won't be raging quite yet, but once I've done that, then I'll be raging, because you know, in my opinion, there's always a problem, you know, regarding anything, whether you like it or not. Especially with video games, there's always gonna be, you know, glitches, lag, you know, people being dickheads and so forth. So but the demo, you know, I enjoyed it. I was playing it, you know, trying to get myself familiar to how the game is gonna play, how, you know, how the cars handle and stuff like that. I'm not sure in the final version whether the cars are going to handle that days, because I can, to be honest, a lot of people at first, remember, practice makes perfect, but at first I think if a lot of people are going to find it difficult to adjust to the handling. Now I've got a Logitech G27 wheel, and I struggled. Actually I spent more time trying to figure out my wheel settings than I did actually playing the demo, which is a bit disappointing. And I'm not saying that's Codemaster's fault, but you know, that's why they made the game, and you know, I wasn't expecting it to be same thing as F1 2012. Then what would be the point of, you know, them creating this game if it was just you know, a little bit of an updated version of the previous game, which it is, don't get me wrong, it definitely is, because the graphics, I didn't get to experience them, you know, like in full flow, or in, you know, in their best quality, if you like, because when I use the HD PVR, it brings down the resolution, you know, so to 1280 by 720, which is still HD. But compared to games like Modern Warfare 3, which is I don't know, 1920 or 1980 by 1080p, so you know, there's a big difference there. So I didn't get to experience the game in its full, you know, graphics, if you like. But I wouldn't say I'm hooked yet, but I don't know if the first initial sounds are good. But there's one thing I've noticed about this game. When you run off track, right? When you run off track, for example, because there's only 2 tracks on the demo. There's Abu Dhabi and there's Monza. Now, obviously, if you run off track at Monza, it's either you're on the grass or on the gravel. But when you're in the grass, it's not as bad. But when you're in the gravel, obviously you know what that means. But when you're in a place like Abu Dhabi, right, and as soon as you get offline, you do not have the same amount of power at your availability as you did in the previous game. Where in F1 2011, if you just ran offline and you went off track, you know, it's mainly concrete and stuff like that. You were able to, you know, just put your foot down and be able to and continue on. But you can't do that. The power cuts. It goes the power cuts. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or that's a bad thing. I guess if you look at it from a you know a different perspective, you might see it as a good thing, because you know it will prevent people from cheating, from getting offline, you know, and gaining an advantage, you know. But if you look at it from a different perspective, which is how I saw it, I found it annoying. Because let's be honest, we are not all, you know, there's always going to be hardcore gamers, like people who play this game 24/7. Now I'm a big F1 fan, but I'm not that type of gamer. I'm not gonna play this game 24/7. I'm not gonna play it religiously. Yes, I'll be a casual gamer. Now, if they done that so that they want people to improve and get used to it, yeah, that's fair enough. But not everyone is gonna have the same amount of time to, you know, dedicate it to this game, to be getting used to that. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say much about that because the game is not out yet, and I want you guys to experience it yourself. And another thing that annoyed me, you know, like maybe it was just me being misinformed, but I was waiting for this demo to drop on Monday, and it dropped on Xbox. I saw it drop on Xbox. I saw it drop on PC. Then us PS3 guys were the last people to get it, which is a bit annoying. It's kind of like more kind of like Call of Duty, you know. Microsoft always get things a month earlier. But you know, my initial thoughts on this game, I wouldn't say I'm pleased, but it's interesting. You know, the handling, the tires, that's one thing a lot of people are gonna have to get into. Get used to, and because it's very difficult. Not very difficult. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's something impossible, but it's very different. So expect the unexpected. That's my opinion. If you haven't played the demo yet, or you haven't played this game yet, make sure you go in there with an open mind. Don't go there expecting the same thing as F1 2011, because this is not. It's different. They've changed up a few things. So you know, guys, keep an open mind, and you know, hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised. Now I'm still holding my judgment on this game because it's not out yet. On multiplayer, you know, multiplayer is a big thing for me. I don't buy games which don't have multiplayer, because for a long time now I haven't played, like, I don't know, things like campaign or season or things like that. I haven't played it. In F1 2010, oh, I played it loads. Like, I had about 7 seasons, then I restarted again, then I had about 5 seasons, then I restarted again, then I had about 4 seasons, then I restarted again. But at the same time still playing multiplayer, and I played loads of multiplayer in that game. And yeah, I'm reserving my judgment until maybe 2 or 3 months. Then we're gonna get to find out the annoying things about the game, the things that we'll start complaining about. But as of now, we'll see, guys. Let's just keep an open mind. But I'm really looking forward to driving the Lotus and the Red Bull, because I didn't like how the Red Bull handled in the last game. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Peace.